In this video, you will learn how to create a curve using the MarketView ExcelTools add-in. A curve is used to view future settlement prices in a specific date and time. In order to set it up, put your cursor in the desired spot in your spreadsheet, click on MarketView, and click on Curve. In order to create a curve, all you need to use is put in the root symbol of the commodity you want to look at. For this exercise, we'll be looking at the NYMEX crude oil. If you do not know your root symbol, you can also go to your symbol tree on the left-hand side, or you can also click on the MarketView data guide, which is a 4-page quick guide that you can download, or you can also view it on your screen. After you pick your symbol, you can also choose which date you want to look at. The default is always the latest. By clicking on the down arrow, you can also choose a specific date and time, or go back X number of days, months, or years. In this case, we'll be going back 1 day. And the curve can also be used to see the trend in prices. Is crude oil going up? Is it going down? In order to see the trend, we can also put the root symbol in there one more time. For our second symbol, we'll be clicking on the down arrow where it says latest. And let's say you want to compare the most recent prices to 6 months ago. So where it says months, let's go back 6 months. And be sure to click on the go. So for this exercise, we'll be using or viewing the most recent prices and comparing those prices to 6 months ago. Where it says field, the close field is always your default setting. If you click on the down arrow, you have other available fields as well. Where it says price, you click on the down arrow, you have other options to pick from too. Once you're done there, on the bottom left-hand corner, where it says show at most X number of contracts, by default, the system will always show all of the contracts for you. If you only want to see the first 12 months or X number of months, you can also put that number in here as well. By default, the system always shows the chart. If you do not want to see the chart, just uncheck that option. Otherwise, put the check mark back. And if you want to see the dates in there, by default, it'll display them. If not, just uncheck it. And let's go back and put it the way the default was, which is display dates. If you click on preferences on the bottom left-hand corner, under header options, we have 3 styles. The first one is no headers. Second one is normal headers. Third one is bold headers, which is the default option there. Under orientation, the default setting there is the first one, which is symbols and columns. The section option is symbols in rows. Under formatting, if you want to have the software remember your custom formatting, let's say you want to color code your columns or maybe change the font sizes. If you want the software to remember those settings, be sure to put a check mark where it says keep existing formatting. Otherwise, just uncheck it. Under date options, this time zone applies more toward power data. In this case, it will not apply to us since we're using the NYMEX crude oil. And under data options, I would recommend leaving that checked. Always show last settle. Once you're done, click outside the window and it'll go away. Under the update mode feature, real-time data just stands for automatic update. If you do not want it to update automatically, click on the down arrow there and choose insert static data. Otherwise, let's just leave the default setting, which is real-time data. And to bring in the data, let's click on OK on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. And there's our curve. So the blue line are prices, from 1 day ago, and the orange line are prices from 6 months ago. So you can tell that crude oil has gone up in price compared to 6 months ago. It's gone from the orange line up to the blue line. In column B, you have your contracts. Column C, you have prices from the 7th of January. And column D, you have prices from 6 months ago, which was July the 9th. So back in July the 9th, the prompt month was August, and it settled at 74.56. Back on January the 7th, the prompt month was February, and it settled at 78.90 versus this February contract 6 months ago settled at 69.30. So we can see the increase in price from 69 to 78. The March contract settled at 78.44 on January the 7th versus 6 months ago, which was July the 9th. It settled at 68.64, which we can tell the increase from 6 months ago from 68 to 78. If we keep on going down the list, let's see how far out it goes. As far as the curve goes there, so it's showing the prices all the way through February 2033. So it's showing us the entire curve, all the settlement prices in one simple, easy format for us to look at. So we're comparing prices from January the 7th against prices from 6 months ago, which was July the 9th. If you want to make any type of changes to your curve, all you have to do is put your cursor on the asterisk and go back to MarketView tab and click on curve in order to make any type of changes. If you want to delete data or add data, again, you can easily do that here in your insert curve window. If you want to change the number of contracts you want to look at, say you only want to see the latest or the first 36 months, you can come in here and put in 36. And in that case, it'll only show us the first 36 months of contracts in our curve. Once you're done making changes there, click on OK on the bottom right-hand corner. And here's our 36 months of contracts. And the same thing for the chart up here on top. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our customer support team. And thank you for watching the video.